For our department, we actually deal mainly with site supervision, which I think many of you here will be familiar with. And if you're not familiar with, the conventional site supervision landscape looks something like this. So actually, the QP and site supervisors have the legislative duties to make sure that all the building works that are being built is actually in accordance to whatever approved plan that BCA has approved. So our department actually approves all these plans, and then actually we are looking for some more solutions to improve the productivity of this supervision process. So the envisioned end state for site supervision, we are actually looking for something like this, where you have a centralized digital supervision platform where you can actually oversee a lot of these structural works that are being done. So we are actually mainly looking at structural works, so the safety of buildings, not safety of humans. To tackle this, we have actually identified a total of 3 different key areas to focus on. First one is actually computer vision or image-to-text recognition for a lot of manual tasks, like verifying whether the concrete batch is the correct one according to your plans and all that. Then we have video analytics to make sure that certain processes, nobody plays punk in between. For example, I add water when the concrete is hardening to increase the curing rate, that kind of thing. Then after that, we also have another segment on LiDAR and advanced measurement technologies, for example, to scan the distances between a rebar before casting, that kind of thing, so that you can actually take out the human from this equation and maybe make things much faster. So for computer vision or the OCR kind of technology, the current practice is actually very manual and physically demanding. Sometimes requires multiple checks before the casting of certain key components. And then there's actually very high risk of human error in this verification process. The envisioned future will look something like this. You are able to automate the document and material verification. You can instantaneously check the material properties are according to whatever approved plan that BCA has approved. So the moment some non-compliance is discovered, it will automatically fire a warning, and then everybody involved, the QPS, the site supervisors that are involved will know. And then, of course, auto detection of errors in the material parameters before or after the construction. For video analytics, the current practice is actually also quite manual. Somebody has to be standing there to look after all these processes, make sure nothing goes wrong. So we're actually envisioning something where we can automate this supervision process. For example, you have a CCTV and then you have a video analytics system, which is able to pick out certain things that people are doing wrongly. Then you have a standardized documentation from the surveillance report, something like that. And then full remote monitoring capabilities. So the site supervisors and the QPS doesn't have to be on site anymore. Then for advanced measurement technologies and LiDAR, the current process is also very manual. Actually, it's very primitive. Somebody goes down on site, holds out measuring tape, go and measure the size of the rebar, spacing between rebar. So we're actually looking for something where you can measure these distances very accurately and quickly, and then the precision level should be high enough for structural works. And then we also want it will be good if it can have real-time verification against the approved drawings, so that the moment something is not structurally compliant, we know on the spot. And then, and of course, it must be a reliable alternative to physical measurements. So it must be as good as a person going down to hold a measuring tape. So overall, the solution just has to comply with these 2 items: the conformity assessment ISO 17020, and then the supervision part will have to comply with SS 515, the Code of Practice for Supervision of Structural Works. I think that's the end of my presentation. Any question?